What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in to another Bald Mike Does Live video. As you can see in the title of this video, it's about LIV Golf and some of my opinions on it. And is it a $10 billion mistake? I mean, when you think about it, LIV Golf is probably over the next 4 years, from what I understand, all of these guys' contracts are approximately 4 years, give or take, or something like that. And can you imagine having the kind of money that the Saudis have to start this league to rival the PGA Tour? And hopefully one day, in my opinion, I kind of like for them to all be able to come together. You do want the best players in the world to be able to compete in the majors like they just did this last weekend at the Masters. And I'll touch on that more in a second. But, I mean, $10 billion saying, oh, let's try to do this. And in 4 years, what if this thing flops? I mean, I've heard that the TV coverages haven't been that great. I have downloaded the CW app on my TV, and I have watched a couple of the tournaments so far this year, and I don't mind it. I like seeing some of those players that I used to love to watch on the PGA Tour, like Phil. I love Phil. Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Cam Smith, and Bryson, and Bubba, and those guys, Louis Oosthuizen. Anyway, I love seeing and watching those guys. It does suck that those guys are no longer going to be able to compete in Ryder Cups and President's Cups. That really does suck, because it's nice seeing those high-profile players battle it out in competition like the Ryder Cup and the President's Cup. But anyway, but I mean, when you think about it, where I get this $10 billion number is like, you have big players like DJ, Phil. They got over $100 million a piece, and I think they were like 4-year contracts. So if this deal doesn't work, they're going to make $100+ million. And Bryson and Brooks and Cam Smith, they all got huge contracts. I don't know what Bubba got, but it's like Bubba, and think about the LIV payroll just for those 48 players. They're probably paying out somewhere close to $1 billion a year in just the salary part to those guys per se. And then over 4 years, that's $4 billion if they stick it out or don't get traded or whatever, they're new or released from the league or whatever it is if they're not performing. So you've got all those guys that you paid that big time money to, plus you got the purses. I mean, think about the amount of the purses. I mean, if you win one of those 54-hole events, you get, what is it, $4 million for first place. That's an insane amount of money for 3 rounds of golf. It is, kind of cool. They do a shotgun start. That's kind of weird, but it's also kind of neat as well. The round of golf lasts 5 hours versus from 6:30 in the morning till dark. Basically what the PGA Tour is, but it's different. They're playing rock music, whatever type pop music during the course of play, and I actually like the announcers. I like the way the scoreboard and everything like that's set up. But just saying, I don't know if it's a mistake yet or not. But it sure would be nice to have the kind of pockets that these guys have to just throw it at Greg Norman and say, "Hey, Greg, go start this league for us." I mean, who knows what he's getting paid? And then the other amounts of money that they have, you got the purses. I think they have maybe 15, give or take, tournaments, and each tournament's probably, I don't know, let's say $25 million or something like that. I'm guessing in total prize money, and for a 48-man field, that's pretty damn impressive. So if you got 15 tournaments and you got 25 mil, they got about, oh crap, hold on. There's what, 6, let me think here. I mean, just the amount of money. I mean, that's $1 billion, like $1.5+ billion or something like that. Let me think here. God bless. I can't think straight today for some reason. So you got 25 tournaments, or I'm sorry, 15 tournaments times 25 million and whatever. That's $375 million. So you got probably close to $500 million that they're paying out in prize funds in those 15 tournaments or whatever approximately it is. And then they're paying for the caddies to travel. They're paying them for their food and board and stuff like that. I've heard. They're playing some nice courses. Some people are complaining about the courses. Like, these damn courses are nice. That one in Tucson was beautiful. They're playing it, what is it, Trump Bedminster or Meister, or however you say it. They played at that golf course last year, and I think the courses they're playing are nice. And they're getting ready to go to like Australia, Singapore, and they come back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I may actually run down and check that one out. But but again, I'm just saying, is it a flop? Is it a mistake? I don't know. I think those guys, Phil and Brooks and Patrick Reed, you know, they showed up to show that, hey, yeah, we can compete with these regular PGA Tour players. And, you know, even though we're only playing 54 holes, but yeah, I think over time, 2 or 3 years down the road, when they're set on only playing 54 holes, I think it may be a little more difficult to make sure that they do perform that extra fourth round. I don't know. I don't think it would bother me a bit, personally. It is what it is. You know, you got to go that extra round. You got to find it deep down in your heart and go get it. And I'm sure those guys could easily go and play these 4 rounds. And that's the media is blowing this crap out of proportion, as it appears. But you know, hats off to them. And you know, it would be nice to continue to see the guys that are qualified to play in the majors from the LIV to be able to still continue to play in the majors. In my opinion, I like Dustin Johnson, seeing him, Bryson and all those guys. Bryson, obviously, he's been struggling the times I've seen him play on the LIV Tour and you know, missing the cut. So this last weekend at the Masters. But anyway, I mean, that's just my opinion. Is it a mistake? You know, time will tell. But it sure would be nice being able to have that kind of money to find out. You know, this could turn into a big, huge enterprise for them. But, you know, right now, you know, it just is crazy to be able to fathom having the kind of pockets it would take to start this, pay Greg, go out, he recruits everybody, set up the golf courses, set up all your new your teams and everything like that, and make the t-shirts and make the concessions and everything like that. Then you got to have all the payroll for all those guys and everything that goes on with that. And then you got to pay, you know, $1 billion a year in salary to these guys. Plus they're paying all this money for the tournament prize fund. So let me know what your guys' opinions are on LIV Golf. I'd love to hear about it. I frankly don't mind it. I sure would still be able to play me personally, it'd be nice to play on the PGA Tour, but but you know, I mean, some of these guys went for the money, which it is what it is, I guess. And they say all that money over in Saudi's corrupt. I don't get into all that stuff. So if it is, it is. I mean, a lot of money these days are all corrupt when you think about it. A lot of it, a lot more than most of us realize, but I won't even get into that, touch that subject. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'll be going over more topics like this in the future to see how LIV does. If I go down to LIV and see the go down there in Tulsa and watch it, I'll definitely let you guys know how it went. It's kind of up in the air for that weekend for me. Kind of busy. Got some other plans possibly. So, but thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to leave a comment what your thoughts are on LIV versus PGA Tour. Should they be allowed to play on the PGA Tour in the majors? I personally think if they've qualified for it prior, then yes. You want the best fields, in my opinion. Look at Brooks. He comes out there, plays well. If he wasn't there, there would be like no drama. Or Phil, the Masters would have been like zero drama. John Rahm, I mean, to me, it was kind of a boring freaking Masters, to say the least. And had it not been Brooks there the first 3 rounds or something like that, and then Phil firing off and Jordan Spieth going crazy on that Sunday, they were just too damn far back to even make it interesting. So, but anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. God bless and have a great rest of your week.